So good morning everyone. Let's talk about the reproductive system.
So what is reproductive system? The animal reproductive system is coordinated collection of specialized organs and glands that work together to produce, store, and transport
Gametes.
and females support the development of offspring. Is the group of organs and structures that animals use to make more of their own kind.
So when we talk about reproductive system is siyang responsible for fertilization. But dili lang ana, produce pud siya, ga-store, then ga-transport pud sa gametes. Then siya pud ga support sa process para mag-develop ang offspring. So, reproductive system is very important jud kay mao na siya ang ginagamit para mas modaghan ang lahi or kaliwatan sa mga animals. But dili lang animals ang na-reproductive system. Also, ang mga tao or mammals, reptiles, and insects.
Why do animals need a reproductive system? The animal reproductive system ensures the continuation of species by enabling living organisms to duplicate themselves.
Nganong ang animals need og reproductive system? Siyempre, para sa manmudaghan ang ilahang lahi ug ang ilahang population. Paano na lang if walay reproduction? Idi walay magamit sa farm, wala usad tay mga meat products.
Forms of reproduction. So we have asexual and sexual. So asexual is forms involve only one parent. The offspring are genetically identical to the parent. It is efficient and fast, allowing animals to colonize an area quickly without needing to find a mate. So sexual involves the fusion of two specialized cells, sperm and egg, to create genetically unique individual. This helps populations to survive diseases and environment changes. So there are types of asexual reproduction. First is budding. In budding, a new organisms develop as an outgrowing from the parent's body, eventually separating to form a new individual. This seen is in organisms like hydras and some corals. So next is fragmentation. Fragmentation occurs when the parent organism's body breaks into two or more pieces, and each fragment then regenerates into a complete new individual. Example is sea stars, annelid worms, and some sponge. So third, parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is form of asexual reproduction where an egg develops into a complete individual without fertilization by sperm. The offspring can be a haploid or diploid. This process is observed in various invertebrates such as water fleas, rotifers, aphids, and some bees as well as ants. So, in sexual reproductions, we have fertilization methods, which is first external fertilization. These methods involve both eggs and sperm being released into the external environment, usually in aquatic habitats where fertilization occurs. Internal fertilization. So, internal fertilization occurs when the fusion of gametes takes place inside the body of the female. This method is common in terrestrial animals and involves the male transferring sperm into the female's reproductive tract. Another in sexual reproduction, which is reproductive strategies. One is oviparous. Oviparous animals are egg-laying species where the embryo develops outside the mother's body within an egg. This ancestral reproductive mode in vertebrates. Viviparous animals give birth to live young that have developed inside the mother's body, receiving nourishment directly from her. So next is ovoviviparous. Ovoviviparous animals retain eggs inside the female's body, where they develop and hatch. However, how unlike viviparous species, the young receive no direct nourishment from the mother, relying instead on the yolk reserves within the egg.
proceed to the next slides, which is the female reproductive system. So on this slide, we will we'll talk about the female reproductive system of cow and sow. So the main parts are the ovary, oviduct, uterus, cervix, vagina, vulva, and clitoris. So the ovary, of course, it is produces egg cells. Then the oviduct is also where the fertilization happens. So the also where the baby develops, and cervix connects the uterus to the vagina. So the vagina is the birth canal, and the vulva is the external opening. So tanan nga parts is are helping together para of course mabuhat ang reproduction and ang pagpanganak sa sow o cow. So next slide is the male reproductive system sa boar and bull. So diri nga slide is palabot sa reproductive system sa bull and boar. So the main parts ani is of course testes, scrotum, somatic cord, epidermis, vas deferens, urethra, glands, penis, and ang previous then mo siya ang yung mga functions of first we have the testes. So ang function sa testes is mo yung naghimo sa sperm cells. Then ang scrotum mo nagprotect sa more siya skin nga nagprotect sa testes. Then ang di siya then ang epidermis mao pod ang storage sa sperm dito sila mag-store ang sperm. Then ang vas deferens mo ang agianan sa sperm padulong sa urethra. Then ang urethra mao pod ang agianan sa sperm pagkawas. And ang glands mo ang pwede na-produce og fluids para sa sperm. And penis ang organ for mating. And lastly, we have the prepuce, which also mao ang panit nga nagtabol sa penis. So tanan nga parts na siya functions, and they are helping together so that nga mag-work sila para sa reproduction sa animals. Not only for animals, of course, sa humans. But so now let's proceed to the next slide, which is the um, kuan, chicken avian reproductive system. So first, what is avian? So avian is the term refers to a bird, when ang term ginagamit for animals like chicken and other poultries. Then when we say avian reproductive system, it means the system in birds are responsible for reproductions and egg productions. Mao siya ang focus sa atong topic karon. Next, first we have the chicken reproductive system. So needs both male and female para of course mag-produce of eggs. So ang male mo ay mag-provide of sperm, then samtang ang female mo mag-provide sa ovum or yolk. Mo ang ilang role mo ng circles dahil for the chicken day compare sa other animals. And of course, fertilization happens in the oviduct of sa as the yolk moves, ang egg components are added hinahinay nga process. Naka-add siya step by step. And yes, the reproductive system sa male. So the male chicken has located ni two testes located near the kidneys, and usually ang left ni nga testes is larger than compare sa isa. So ingani na siya. These testes also produce a sperm and male hormones. And mo siya ang function nila. The sperm passes through different ducts to the cloaca. So dito ni siya moagi. And most birds do not have a penis except ducks o mga naay penis like organ. So more na. Now let's proceed to the female reproductive system sa chicken. So in the female chicken, only left and left oviduct are functional. So mo ni siya ang sa female na mo ni siya ang setup, ang left lang ovary and left oviduct ang functional. Then it is also contains of ang ovary also contains of mga daghan nga follicles or yolks, pero only 200 to 350 eggs mature sa ilang lifetime. So mo na siya ang limit nila. Also, ang yolk developments, it takes about 10 days before siya mahimong ready for ovulation. So in this process, need siya time yun and kan. if you mag-poultry ka check time and patient, of course. Next, we have the oviduct and egg formations. So, oviduct is about 7 to 80 80 to 80 to 80 to 70 to 80 centimeters. Yan siya, 80 to 70 to 80 centimeters. And it mao po siya ang responsible sa pag form sa egg. So the infundibulium collects, so no, the infundibulium pod mo siya ang collects sa yolk, and it is the site of fertilizations. So dito siya magsugod, then the magnum adds the albumen or egg white. So mo ni ang kanang pinakadaghan nga part ba sa kwan. Then of course the isthmus forms. So mo din siya diri nga part ng shell na mga membranes and protective layer ni siya. Then the uterus or shell gland forms the shell. Then human ang shell. Then siya ma-produce like katong mugahin bitaw siya. Then the vagina cloaca allow the egg to pass before siya mag-lay. Then, and also mo po siya ang last step sa process sa pag-produce of form sa egg. So now let's proceed to the eggshell formations. Of course, ang eggshell is made of calcium carbonate na siya. Then, kaning calcium, gikan niya sa diet sa hen, gikan po sa medium bone o sa skeleton. So each egg needs siya og around 2.5 grams of calcium. That's why it is very important kayo. Very important kayo nga ang sakto nga nutrition, kay kung kulang ang calcium mahimong di siya mo ang shell na nipis, di siya mo di siya mo baga kayo. So prone mabuak di siya mo di siya. So of course na siya mga causes nganong nipis or thin ang eggshells. So first we have the heat stress, low calcium intake, diseases, stress, and of course, let's consider po ang age sa hen. So, kung stress or tigulang ang manok, mas taas ang chance na nipis gyud ang shell sa itlog. Okay, of course, tigulang naman din siya produce og ayog sakto. Then, we have the next week have the sexual maturity. So, sexual maturity sa hen, usually magsugod yun na siya sa 18 to 24 weeks. So, mao ni ang time magsugod na siya og egg og lay. Then, of course, it is influenced by the genetics, light exposure, nutrition, and proper management. So, kung sakto ang pasuga na ito kahayag sa sunlight, ng pagkaon, o ang pag-atiman sa atong hen, sa atong chicken, so, mas maayo gid ang kuan kanang mas tsada ang egg production, mas maka-perform din siya kayo. So, morning diagram. So sa diagram, kung makita nga ang parts of the duct, so ang epithelium, so which is the fertilization happen, the magnum, dili mo ang albumen, and isthmus, of course this is a membrane formation. The uterus or shell gland kana siya, man siya ang egg dra ka ng eggshell formation sa eggshell. Then ang vagina, which is the passage or ganan sa egg padulong sa luwas. So in conclusion ani, ang oviduct plays a very important role yun, especially sa egg formation, and a proper nutrition and management are very necessary, of course, to produce a strong and healthy eggs. Then by that, mas madagan ang kwan, mas dagan ang produce sa chicken, and more healthier po. And that's all for my part. Thank you.
Puberty and estrous cycle. Puberty is the stage when an animal becomes productively mature, and estrous cycles refers to the recurring psychological changes in the female reproductive system to lead ovulation and sexual representatively. Puberty happens once in an animal's life, while the estrous cycles occurs regularly after puberty and is important for breeding, reproduction, and livestock production. These processes are controlled by the brain or hypothalamus and pituitary gland and occur in the reproductive organs, mainly the ovaries and uterus. Signs of estrus and time of mating. Signs of estrus or heat indicate the period of sexual receptivity, which is the optimal time of mating. Common signs in cattle include standing to be mounted, increased activity, and vocalization.
Next.
Ovulation typically occurs near to the end of estrus, making this the ideal time for successful fertilization. Fertilization and pregnancy. Fertilization is the fusion of sperm and egg, and pregnancy or gestation is the period from fertilization to birth. Fertilization usually occurs in the oviduct or fallopian tube, and pregnancy develops inside the uterus supported by placenta. Sperm travels through the female reproductive tract to meet the egg. Their genetic material combines to from
Maternal recognition of pregnancy is the biological process by which a female's body detects the presence of a developing embryo early in pregnancy. Its main purpose is to prevent the regression of the corpus luteum so that progesterone continues to be produced, which is essential for sustaining pregnancy. How it works. After fertilization and early embryo development, the conceptus must send signals to the mother's reproductive system so that luteolysis does not occur. If luteolysis happened, progesterone falls and pregnancy ends. The signaling prevents luteolytic mechanisms, allowing progesterone to remain high and the pregnancy to continue. Why it matters. Without maternal recognition of pregnancy, the corpus luteum regresses, progesterone drops, and the pregnancy cannot be maintained. MRP ensures the hormonal environment stays supportive for embryo development and later implantation. Placenta development. A temporary organ during pregnancy that connects the developing fetus to the mother's uterus. It allows exchange of nutrients, oxygen, waste, and gases between the mother and fetus without mixing their blood directly. Stages of placenta development. 1. Implantation. The blastocyst attaches to the uterine lining. 2. Trophoblast differentiation. The trophoblast forms cytoprotoblastic and syncytiotrophoblast layers. 3. Chorionic villi formation. Finger-like chorionic villi develop to increase surface area for exchange. 4 is the placenta formation. Fetal chorionic tissues and maternal decidua bacillis combine to form the placenta. Main functions of the placenta. Number 1 is transfers nutrients and oxygen from mother to fetus. Number 2 is removes carbon dioxide and waste from fetal bloods. 3 is acts as a barrier protecting the fetus. Number 4 is produces hormones to help maintain pregnancy. The last one is connects to the fetus via the umbilical cord. Parturition is a process of giving birth where the fully developed fetus is expelled from the uterus at the end of gestation. Lactation is the process of milk production and secretion by mammary glands to nourish the newborn. Stages of parturition. Stage 1, cervix dilates, mild uterine contractions. Stage 2, strong contractions expel the fetus. Stage 3, placenta and fetal membranes are expelled. Stages of lactation. Mammogenesis, development of mammary glands during pregnancy. Lactogenesis, initiation of milk secretion. Stage 3, galactopoiesis, maintenance of milk production through suckling.